Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond Boundaries with Lisa Richmond. I'm Lisa Richmond, and this is Thoughtful Thursday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It has been a amazing week. It has been I say amazing because it has been full, full of spirit interaction. The energy from the portal and the upcoming full moon tomorrow is so full of energy. So Spirit kind of gave me a heads up a little while ago about what was like transpiring through this whole time, and as a like, hey, heads up, there's energy coming in. And I was like, yeah, of course there's energy coming in, everything's energy, let's go. I think I might have underprepared a little bit for the amount of energy that has been moving through, um, I don't know, the collective, I guess you could say. So, what I want to talk today about is the incredible downloads that have come through. I started with the transmission, like the first transmission that came in with Archangel Michael, which I explained as Archangel Michael and was explained to me with that, but since has been this incredible blue light frequency. And that's how it has been described to me through these amazing angelic beings. And so almost every single day there has been a new download or there has been a new channel that has come with it. And so I actually recorded a huge transmission is what they called it. Gosh, I'm having like something going on in my throat. This is interesting as I'm bringing forward this message. Okay. So anyway, I brought in this, like I brought through writing. It was a channeled write. And so I was like listening and they're like, you need to write it down. So I'm like, okay. And so then as soon as I got the pen, I got this like incredible blue energy that came through me. And then I like kind of remote viewed out through Earth. Like I kind of got to observe outer Earth, like outside, but I didn't see necessarily Earth as like the third dimensional like planet. I saw it as a consciousness. I actually saw Earth energy, like Earth as an energy source, and then Earth's consciousness and how it emulated its consciousness. And I saw it almost like I see auric fields on people, same type of way. And then Archangel Michael was describing, it was like he was standing right beside me, and it was like one of those moments where I'm like, wow, like I'm observing it, and he's like standing beside me and talking all about it. And then he brought through this, like, as I wrote it out, was what he was saying. It was this like direct channel, and it was just coming through me. So I recorded it so that you could hear it and download it into your system without having to see my face, because I didn't want it to be like, I wanted it to be a direct message to you versus me talking to you. So I recorded it and I'm putting it out on Saturday as a bonus, and then I'm just going to trail into my sound bowls. Okay, so you got to watch it on Saturday because it's insane. But here's the energetic kind of behind the scenes of like what's going down, all the downloads. So number one, as you all probably can feel and know, is that we are undergoing this new earth energy shift. But how it's kind of been described for so long, it's kind of been overplayed. Like it's a real like a catchy to new earth frequency, right? And I know, like, I mean, it's been coming through since we were listening to Dolores Cannon. I still listen to her, love her, but she talked about it a long time ago. And so it's kind of been this unraveling of like, what is New Earth? What is New Earth? Is it we all like hop on board ships and like travel to a completely new planet in a different dimension? Some people really believe that, or move through that, through their energy field kind of thing. I should say that rather than belief system, right or wrong, because that's not what it is. But what I got to observe and understand was that New Earth is the frequency or the consciousness of Earth in a higher dimension, and how we like hold ourselves like subconsciously and consciously within that dimension. So when we've talked about the glass door, meaning like two things can be true at once, third dimensional frequency, consciousness, and everything is happening simultaneously within the same um, reality, I guess you could say, because that's the word I have to use, as the frequency that we're holding in our fifth dimensional reality and new earth consciousness. So here we all are hanging out on this globe. I knew I had to have this. It's funny. And then we're having very, very different experiences within our reality, right? Some of us are like living in a frequency where things show up, and we are through time and space, and we're seeing and collecting different timelines, different fractals of ourself, our higher self, and understanding the concept of multidimensional living and the multidimensional frequency, and living on a planet where there's like this turning of this lower density, like all of a sudden this darker kind of, I saw it as like a darker movement swirling around in this third dimensional fear energy that's happening simultaneously. But what the whole point of this is you actually get to choose what your reality is. And so when you hear, but this is reality, you're able to differentiate so much more clearly now on which door, which room you want to hang out with. So door one, you walk in and it's fifth dimensional frequency. I'm going to use fifth dimensional frequency. I understand that it's very multi-dimensional, so just hate it, just don't hate, okay? So we go into that room and we experience it within that frequency. And that's when we were talking about maintain your frequency. That's what it is. You're in, and all of a sudden you're experiencing this dimension. You're experiencing all of this, and it becomes real. Because the more that you're in it, the more that it presents itself as its reality. Okay? But on the other side of the wall, and on the other side of the wall, there's another experience that is experiencing the frequency of fear, division, hate, comparison, pain, like all the things, right? And when they're there, they're experiencing it, and it is reality. So of course they're going to say to somebody who doesn't experience that, who's not hanging out in that room, they're going to say, well, this is reality, right? How many times have we heard that? But reality is where you find yourself in your creation. And the whole point of this is it's always been like that, where you create your own reality, but now it's so much more decisive. Like you can absolutely differentiate the realities because they've split more evidently. So not only when you walk into that door and you experience, you're like, whoa, that's not my energy, that's not my reality, it's not like, ugh. Doesn't mean it's not happening. You're in you go back into your space. It's just that the worlds aren't mixing as much. They're really not. And so you can be experiencing your life and realize there's somebody that you know that you haven't either talked to in a long time, or if you have, it's been like, I don't even really remember seeing them, and the love can still be there because that's all ever present is the love. But the connection will like lessen as your reality becomes more set in stone. I don't have good enough words to use for this explanation because it's all energy, but I know within these analogies is helping to paint a picture. Okay. So the whole point of this is like do and be and resonate and align within the frequency that is of you. And a lot of you will find yourself really pulling up against it because of old lessons and old thoughts, feelings, and the way in which we used to hang out in this room because that's the room we were raised in. But like deep inside, we always knew that the other room existed because we were there as little kids. Or you just knew, like you were able to hold your energy enough to be able to just always know that that other room existed. Okay? And this is really important because this is the invitation. All of a sudden we're having like these incredible downloads, spiritual awakenings or experiences, or even interactions with people that are helping to ignite that remembrance of that frequency or that reality in which you always knew was there, that is like your comfort. It is your real, your authentic resonance, right? Where it always felt like to stay in the other room, you were really like running upstream. It was always so much more difficult that when you go into the other room, you're like, oh my God, this feels so much better. And for some of us, even with that, oh my God, that feels so much better, it can almost be like, felt as like, oh, is this too easy? Should it be this nice? Because we got so used to having to run upstream that we forgot what it's like to sit in the buoy down the river, right? And the whole point of this is come back to your heart. Try and leave the analysis paralysis behind for a hot sec so that you can come into your heart space and feel the resonance, because that is your gift. No guilt attached to the heart frequency and the involvement that you have with the reality in which you want. That is where all the gold nuggets appear. Because the more comfortable you can get in your authentic vibration of love and togetherness and that like peace that is of new earth frequency, that new consciousness, oh, that's when you can like get comfortable and it's like freedom. Sometimes it's like we could feel ourselves get sucked back into that kind of like spin of that karmic cycle. But because they're so like differentiated now, and they'll continue to be, it'll become easier to identify when something is out of alignment or belongs in the old reality because it's so off. So yeah, they're giving me a funny analogy. It's almost like finally putting on shoes that fit. And they're not only do they fit, but they're so comfortable. And you're like, oh my God, yes. I used to put on these shoes all the time because I thought they fit. And then after you get used to wearing the shoes that fit, you accidentally put on the other ones. And not only do they not fit, but they're like 12 sizes too small. And you're like, what? Like, this isn't even close, right? That's kind of how it feels. Funny analogy, but it works. Okay. So that's what I'm going to share with you right now. The point of this is that they're saying release the last of those fear energies that are holding you to the old paradigm because of the fears, the little fear bits that are attached still are the ones that are saying, will I be okay though? But will it be okay? Am I going to survive? Am I going to be able to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to eat? Those last little things to let go of and be like, but if I completely let go, like, am I going to drift away? Am I going to be okay? This is your confirmation. Let go. Let go and let your natural heart vibration find its match. Because when it hurts and it's dense and it's low, even though you're used to it and you're comfortable with it because you're used to it, your heart will take you to the energetic match. Trust. Okay? Trust. I'm sending this with so much love. I just jumped right into this message. Again, for any of you that have never seen my stuff before, it's I'm just like, I just give it to you as I get it kind of thing. I'm an intuitive medium that channels different angelic beings or light beings. And I do one-on-one readings, I do intuitive readings, I do mediumship readings, I do sound healing, and all of my bookings can be done through my website, lisarichmond.ca, or you can head on over to a website called avalonspirit.com, and I also have some times on there. So, please let me know how this resonated. Welcome if you've never been here before. Thanks for staying to the end. I appreciate it. And drop a comment. What resonated? What are some of the things? Like, what are some of the things that we're letting go of right now? Or how is it that you are being called or recognized, or those symbolisms or the synchronicities that continue to show up where you're like, okay, yes, I know this is the right room. I know I'm in the right room. Even though I'm so used to being over there, I know I'm in the right room. Right? Like, what are these things that are waking you up? Share them. Let's continue to create this beautiful, safe, loving community that we got going on in the comments section. I cannot thank you guys enough. Honestly, it like brings me to tears on a regular basis because it's the most beautiful community I've ever seen in my life. So thank you. And tune in on Saturday, because when I did the transmission, I was like, where do I put this? Do I put it on Thoughtful Thursday? Do I put it on? And then Spirit, like on Saturday with the meditations, I'm just playing music anyway, and lots of times I'll do the meditations. So this one wasn't so you see my face. So I'll start it off, listen to it, listen to the transmission, because it's not just words. It actually brings in the download. Okay, and then it'll like download into your system, and then I'm gonna follow it up with a little sound bowl stuff, and it's gonna be great. And if you want to listen to the whole thing, great. If you just want to listen to the transmission, that's fine too. Okay, and if there's anything, here's another thing. If there's anything that you guys are wondering about and want more information on, put it in the comments too. Say, hey, Lise, do you think you could tap into this energy? Or like, that's great. Then I'll go and see if I can, find out more about it for you. So anything you want to know, let me know. Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. I appreciate your time. And share the love, everybody. Like, subscribe. And also you can click that little notification button so that you can get notified when I bring through new transmissions, messages, card readings on Tuesday. And we can all share in this amazing energy together. Good luck tomorrow with the full moon. I know that it'll be good. And just know that it's big energy. Big energy. So wrap yourself in light and protect your energy and just give yourself extra love, okay? Sending everybody out there so much love from my heart directly to yours. Mwah. I'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.